Hey guys, Davor from Tennis House here. I'm with my student Jeff here, and today we thought we're going to talk about the drop shot. So if you like to know where to stand and how to do the drop shot, when to hit a drop shot, and what you actually do when you get to the drop shot, you have to stay with us for this video, and let's go check it out, guys. You know, when you play the over 65, yes, over 65, I know he doesn't look like, but he's playing in that division and he's like still super fast and he's using the drop shot a lot. So Jeff, why do you use the drop shot a lot?
Well, I feel that it utilizes the entire court and it actually tests the opponent's fitness, because that is part of tennis as well, not just hitting balls back and forth. So I look for an opening to do it, and my key is really the baseline. If my opponent and I are rallying and he's behind the baseline, he finally hits a short ball in no man's land where I can come inside the baseline. I know he's got a long distance to run, anything up short near the net, and that's my indication to go ahead and do it, to try and take him out of the point and change the dynamic of the point.
Okay, so you mentioned, so when do you hit it? When your opponent is off balance, off position, off the court, and where do you hit it from? Is you ideally want to be something inside the baseline. Perfect. And then Jeff, so there's two things. So when your opponent gets to the ball, right? Right. So the one thing is your opponent, if he gets to the ball, ideally what we want is to hit a drop shot back. That's kind of the rule of thumb. When you get drawn in, you want to hit a drop shot back. But what do you do after you hit that drop shot? Do you stay in no man's land, or what do you do, Jeff?
No, I try to follow my ball in, and like I'm left-handed, so if I hit it to your backhand over here, I'm going to run in an angle towards that, which gives me 50-50 shot of whichever side you hit it. So you really, the drop shot's probably not going to work because I'm going to be there. And really, it's an all or none for you, because you're out of position. If you don't hit a really good shot to win the point's going to be over, because I've got the whole court to play with now.
You see, there's not just, you don't just hit drop shots when you're like older, right? You look at Carlos Alcaraz, the best example, right? Carlos uses it so much and it works. It's all about, guys, the surface doesn't matter, actually. Nothing matters. It's the moment when you execute the drop shot and how good you execute the drop shot. If you do it right, it's going to work on hard court, on clay court, on grass court. It's going to work on a 20-year-old, on a 60-year-old, on an 80-year-old. Doesn't matter. It's about the moment of when you hit it and and where your opponent is on the court. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the scenarios. So the first thing we're going to do is, when do you hit a drop shot? So I'm going to rally with Mr. Jeff. We're going to rally back and forth. And he's going to go with his lefty super top spin. He's going to push me off the court backwards with his lefty spin. So I'm at the back, and then I'm going to give him a short ball, and he's going to drop shot it. All right, so after that, what we're going to do is I'm going to rally with Mr. Jeff again, and then we're going to point out, when the short ball comes, how he moves up to the ball and how he prepares to hit the drop shot, actually. And the last thing is, we're going to show you a scenario where I run up to the drop shot and I try to drop it back and see how he's moving to those.
And one other thing, you can remember that when your opponent is, you want him, if he's in the middle of the court and you hit a drop shot, it doesn't matter which side, your goal is to hit it towards the sidelines short. Because that gives him, first of all, the net's a little higher, so it's tougher to get it over the net because he's got to come up down the line. The only real shot he has is cross court. You've angled in to do that, but you want to try, if he's in a corner, you want to hit a caddy corner to the opposite side of where he's hit his last shot, so he's got further to run.
All right, totally correct. Longer way to run, and let's get to it, guys. Let's go. All right, guys. All right. And what grip should we use when we do the drop shot, Jeff?
You should definitely use a continental grip, same grip as you use when you volley, because then you can do it with either hand. And the other thing, what you're really trying to do is create backspin, so that when the ball hits, it's like a golf shot, approach shot to a green. It checks up and it just dies. You don't want it carrying further into the court where he has the opportunity to have a better chance to get a better shot against you. So you want it to basically die.
No, that's obviously the ideal scenario, and it's advanced. And then at the beginning, I would say, if you're a beginner player, you try to use the right grip and get it over. Once you play more, you will give it a little bit underspin, as Jeff said, so the ball basically stops when it bounces or slows a little bit at least down and doesn't go so much forward. So let's go on the court now and let's see what we're gonna do.
It also
Me and Jeff going to rally right now, and he's going to try to apply a super deep high topspin. Yeah, so he has me off the court. I give him one back, close in here, and then he hits the drop shot. All right, that's a scenario. So you need to practice those scenarios. Good try. And here we go. For demo purposes, I'm going to just hit the ball back, and he's going to try good. See, he hit me on the back foot. I recover, and he drops it short. Nothing I can do there. Typical scenario. And here we go. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, we're in the rally.
Bad
he
one.
gives me a short ball, and I'll drop it and close in. And as you see, it's a good example though. You know, like,
look what I tried to do. I tried to hit the line, I blew it.
Exactly. So he had a few chances and few opportunities. He could have gone with an angle there, which is easy, or he could have hit it where you hit it, right? That's a good choice as well. And you have a third possibility as well. So hit it hard at the net player, but that's an ugly one, right?
Right.
Only if they make bad
calls. And the problem with running up that the receiver of the drop shot has, he's got all of his momentum going forward.
Yeah.
And so it gives you even more power that you're really not looking for.
Exactly, because you're running forward. It's hard to control that power. That's correct. Here we go. All right, nice and deep.
Nope.
Here we go. We keep going, Jeff. It's all good. Yeah, now he has me on the back foot. I'll give him a short one, and then there's nothing I can do. So that's a great strategy, guys. When you play a match, high topspin balls to your opponent's backhand, and the next one, you drop short. So now what we're gonna do, Jeff, is on the next few balls, we're gonna do the same thing. I just wanna point out where you're standing when you hit them, okay? So we hit it. Jeff tries to put pressure on me. I hit it back, and it's nice. Here we go. We're rallying, my back. Here we go. Perfect. So in this example, perfect example, I was rallying with Jeff. He got a ball around the service line. And now in this particular part of the video, you saw he just went down the line. He has a good position to hit that drop shot. He was in balance. He was in a good position. He had a good strike zone. So all those things are very important when you hit a drop shot. That was great. So now, Jeff, actually, you're gonna hit a drop shot. I'm gonna try to get to it. And then I wanna show the people where you're moving in and what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna try to hit a counter drop shot, and he's gonna try to move in to have the court perfectly covered. So we just fake an easy ball here. I know it's gonna be a drop shot. See, I can't even do anything on that one because that was too good. Here we go. And again, here we go. He tries to get me on the back foot again. Here we go. I'll give him an easy one. We fake it now. Here it's a drop shot. So when I get up, usually I try to drop shot it. If he closes in, I can't do anything anymore. So this example, you're just gonna leave it with this example. So I ran up, my back drop shot was not, that I hit back was not perfect, but if he would have stayed back, he might have been in trouble. I would have closed in and tried to put it away. But he came easy to that ball because he followed the direction of his drop shot in. So he has a perfect, Jeff, go back there. So you hit a drop shot down the line, so you closed until there. So now with one step diagonal, right? So he can cover almost everything there, and he has a down the line covered as well.
And the other thing, the recipient of the drop shot, because of the height of the ball being below the net when he finally gets to make contact, and the short distance to the baseline, he cannot unload on you in all likelihood and hit a hard shot. So even though you're on the other end, the ball's going to be short. You got a chance to get it. It's not going to be hit hard.
You're right, because that drop shot was low, and usually the good drop shots are very low. Great point, Jeff. So now I have to hit up, and because I have to hit up, I hit 1 out of 10 perfect there, or 2, and the rest he has the odds in his favor. So that was quick. That was it. And then Jeff, okay, so super quick. The drop shot, as Jeff mentioned earlier, continental grip is crucial. The way I like to teach it, so we get a tiny bit into the teaching. Think about the letter U, but not as a very close letter U like this. Think about it like a half pipe U, All right, so when you go and you have a continental grip, it's more like a U motion. Jeff, feed me one. And you always have to go with your ball. Here we go. And again, feed me another one, Jeff. And you go with the ball. You saw that? So that shot you can control and hit over. Very important. Same for the back inside. You go in and you drop shot it. So when you drop shot, get the body with you. Don't stop and hit. All right? And make sure that you disguise it. So you want to look like you hit a forehand, and then you open the hitting hand, change the grip, and drop shot it. Or some players drop shot with the same grip, which I don't recommend, but if you master it, I wouldn't teach you differently if the numbers are good, right? And the same on the back and side. For one-hander, you disguise like you would hit it, and then you drop shot it. The disguise is like magic. You need to add that so your opponent doesn't know what's coming. Jeff, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
Great stuff. All right, Master Jeff.